Guys, welcome back to Clockwork and Noodles for another breakdown of Spy X Family Core number 2, episode 6, 13 episodes of this one, so we're nearly halfway. Can you believe that we're already at the halfway point? About a few days time, I'm going to be lining up my midway review for you. I officially know where I'm going. I finally got it all written down. I just need to record it at some point and edit it. That takes a little bit longer. It's been a very interesting season so far. There's a lot of really good stuff out there. There's a lot of good stuff that's also under the radar. I'm hoping to use the midway review to just nudge you in a few directions of things that are going a little bit under the radar because it's very easy to be overshadowed by a lot of really good stuff. There's a lot going on this season, so I'll be using that to enlighten you guys to things that I'm really enjoying that nobody else may be watching. This face right here definitely reminded me of the Your Assassin's face. Like mother, like daughter, I guess. Starting to question the ability to whether she would cheat her way through or not, because I guess if the mission came to it, she could. But then we get some new information this week that has only just been unearthed that she can't use the powers during a new moon. So as long as there's a moon in the sky of some sort, and you can use her ability. This hasn't been touched on at all. It does make some moments where she's used it before a little bit on the sus side. She does also use her powers during the day, but I guess there is the thing that the moon is technically always available during the day. You just don't see it because the sun's light blocks it out. Interesting to add a new rule. And you're getting distracted by food is just me in general. I was supposed to do stuff today. I ended up with a headache. To be fair, I had a bit more of an excuse. Couldn't stop thinking about food. And then Uber decided to cancel my order anyway. So no win situation all round. I didn't have food, I still had the headache, and I hadn't done any of my stuff. But I am now sitting down recording this with you guys. Love the fact that when reading Yuri's mind for the first time, Anya literally gets heartburn. She has too much stuff going on about the sisterly love in his brain. I don't blame her. She literally goes like, I'm gonna go and sit down for a minute. I don't feel so great. Yuri versus Lloyd is always an exciting situation, but when Lloyd decided to walk out because he felt like he was in a way, you really think that Yuri would be able to focus on teaching Anya if he was in the way. My disappointment matched Anya's as he walked out the room. I was like, oh, okay, bye Lloyd, never mind. The reaction when 100% after throwing the very hard questions at Anya, even if you were to try guessing, you would never get 100%. The odds of that happening so low. Depends on what he's teaching her as well, but if it's maths, it's even worse. You're not going to hit the right number. Infinite number of numbers out there that you would get that right. Anya, did you just enable Yuri and his unhealthy sisterly love? She works out how Yuri ticks. She works out what's going on in his brain. If I tell you I'm doing this for your sister, boom. You are putty in my hands, Mr. Secret Policeman. Anya's ability to manipulate people is absolutely terrifying. She knew exactly what to say, how to put it, how to act. She's scary, like a person working out your inner deep secrets, and then suddenly them going, hey, I know exactly what to do to make you do exactly what I want. Secret police teacher, though, is quite a scary concept, and we do see him initially off the bat being very, very harsh until he decides that actually, no, if I do this, I can let my sister be happy, she can eat. I do wonder what he's going to think when he finds out that Yuri's maybe paying her way via the assassin work as well. It would be interesting if Yuri ever finds out, but I do get the feeling that nobody's ever going to find out anyone's secret. But now at least Anya is an angel inside her uncle's mind instead of an imp. He sees her as Lloyd's kid, not so much Yor, because Yor hasn't had a child or anything. I bet if that kid was actually Yor's kid, it would be very, very different. Because he sees her as the byproduct of Lloyd, I don't think that helps her case. Yuri rejecting to be called Unky was just sad face all round. I thought it was really cute. I do hope these two can improve their relationship. I've been seeing the memes. I've been seeing lots of memes of these two hanging out together and being a bit more of a unstoppable force. So I do hope that relationship does improve at some point. I will also apologise because it's the 5th of November and in the UK we celebrate Bonfire Night. There are fireworks going off, but we have got a lot more silent fireworks in the UK now. They're not too bad. I don't think the mic is even sensitive enough to pick them up. So you guys are probably going, I can't hear anything. I can hear them in the background every so often. Thankfully, my cat doesn't give a damn and is downstairs playing chase with a ball right now. Just in case you are hearing anything. Yuri becomes the better teacher because he is motivated to try and give you a better life. I love it because we also see more backstory to why he studied so hard. Even though I'm pretty sure he's the one who moved out in the end. I think he moves out and I was under the impression he had got married or something, but I don't think it's the case. I need to go and rewatch that episode Yuri's first introduced and she's on the phone to Yuri. But it's all about goals, your motivations. Anya's trying to take over the world apparently. You need to use the studying as a stepping stone instead of seeing it as a chore. Yuri teaching the wrong curriculum. I figured that would be a case. I figured it was too good to be true. So at least she's going to be ready for later lessons. I think the thing with Anya, so something that is very easy to overlook, is that she is 2 years behind all of the kids in her class because she tells Lloyd, I'm actually this age, and she's actually lying about her age because she wanted to match and be adopted by him. I'm guessing that there's an age limit to enroll. She's 2 years younger than everybody, so I know she technically does really, really bad in her results. Doesn't fail the bottom chunk, but she doesn't fail. But she's also competing with people who are 2 years her senior. At this point in time, Lloyd is the one who realises that cheating may be the only answer. Maybe she will a little bit later on, but for now, I also think because of the way she's been raised, because she was a test subject, anything to do with studying and tests is always going to go down quite negative with her, which makes me wonder if she's got trauma. Actually needs addressing. It would need addressing by a doctor or something to get her past that, because it is going to affect her learning. Daybreak, the not so subtle spy. He is absolutely awful. I was questioning who his targets were, and Damien did come to mind. I figured it was more a case that he was either going to increase his results or make him look really bad, and it does turn out that is the case, that he's trying to make him look stupid, trying to get him to fail, whether he's a political rival who wants to draw a wedge between the kids and their father. It's interesting to see that Demetrius, the older son, is the smarter of the two kids, but Damien still, he ends up 11th. That is insane. He's insanely smart. I don't know who's the top of the class. I would love to know who came first. Sad also to think that Damien was so happy when he had got good results, so even if they had gone in there and altered it so he was getting better results, I don't think he would have liked it. I don't think he would have been appreciative finding out that they were making him look good. He might be a brat, but I think he really does want to achieve, and when we see him trying to improve and impress his dad, he wants to do it off his own back. So it was quite sad to see those marks were lowered a little bit, but then thankfully Lloyd does put them back to where they were, which is nice. Lloyd does actually allow Damien to stay where he is in 11th place. Damien is congratulated even by Lloyd by stating that he is smart and he's done very well. I also figured that he wouldn't touch Anya's papers because I figured that she'd just done enough, pass, but not do great or not do bad. Barely passed. I think when I was in school, it was a C. If you could get a C, you weren't great, but you passed and you were able to use it, put it on your CV, and it looked like you did okay. We were always told that C was a passing mark. She gets 30s. I think it's scored out of 100. To me, that's a D. I did also wonder why Lloyd didn't change her answers, just knocking them up a little bit. Put her right slap bang mid-table, nice quiet life. But he doesn't actually edit them, which is impressive. So he figures out that, okay, fine, you've done it on your own, I'm going to leave it. If he wanted her to appear more impressive, he could basically cheat his way up there by just giving her midway reviews, like go 50-50 kind of thing. I've never cheated on a test. I like studying. I actually admit to being a nerd, guys. For my GCSEs, I don't know what the equivalent in America is. I was told that if I could get A's, I would get a rabbit, and I'd always wanted a pet. That was my motivation. I studied so hard and I think it was straight A's. I think I got pretty much straight A's apart from PE. I sucked at PE. I was allowed to have my first pet. That was my motivation for that. And then with my A-levels, I did okay, but the motivation wasn't there. So I had some good grades, I think averaging out at like a B, but it definitely fell down. But I did motivate myself during university. I have a degree, and it's a first because I motivated myself. The teacher came to me and said, by the way, you're not doing very well. If you continue like you are, you're not going to pass. In the UK, you pay for university. I was paying for it. So I was like, wait, I'm not here to pay a lot of money and not even have a degree out the end of it. That was my motivation. If we're going to go by what Yuri was going on about having the motivation, which you need to have motivation. You need to have a reason to why you want to study, or you're just going to see studying as pointless. Rest in peace, Daybreak. You were a very awful spy. I'm glad you're gone. The fact that they walked past him and he was just clearly in view, in shot, I don't know how he got away with that. It was another fantastic episode. I liked it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a very nice cuddly episode. I enjoy like wrapping up in blankets and just sitting down with Spy X Family. There's a lot of heavy animes going on this season, so it's nice to have something a little bit quieter, a little bit that I can just chill out, relax with. Do hope we're going to get a bit more of a deeper plot coming up at some point. Right now, it's just chilling out. It feels like we're back on the even keel, and I want things to get bumpy again. So I'm excited to see where we go next week. Can't wait. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you're having having a good November the 5th if you are in the UK. I hope that you've got something sweet to eat. I don't have anything. I made that Uber order, nothing arrived, so I can't even enjoy that. I've got the remnants of a headache still, so I'm probably going to go edit this and then I'm going to go and sit down and watch whatever anime is like slowly building up in my big list. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're having a great night. Goodbye.